Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and this time, as you can see, we have a chance to check fresh kit from Zoukei-Mura, and this is a new 148 scale Phantom 2, and this modification represents F-4S. As usual, you can find link to the review article here in the video description below, so click it and read article in English and Russian with detailed photos. As you can see, this is a model which continues the Phantom lineup from this Japanese manufacturer. We've checked the previous version and you can find review on our YouTube channel and website, of course. And this time we have this F-4S. I am not sure if it should be already available for purchase, but we have it. As you can see, this is a commercial sample and we will check it closer. As you can see, box is quite big, I would say. Here you can see comparison with my hand. On the side we have some safety information, some features, but those features are written in Japanese, so we won't understand it, even though I would like to. And here we have more of those different features which are shown on the finished model. So either we learn Japanese or maybe Zoukei-Mura will start writing this in English as well. This is a top opening box, and just give me a second because it's a tight fit, as you can see. And the first thing I can say here is that box is quite heavy. Why? Because we have plenty of different plastic sprues, and as you can see, it's full of those plastic frames. So be careful while you're buying it and better check them before the purchase. And we're gonna start with this transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Just give me a second to open it, and we will check it closer. Okay, so here it is. Of course, we have here canopy parts and some external elements, and as you can see, there are two different versions for the canopy. One is one piece for the closed canopy, and one is 4 pieces for the open canopy, so it will be up to you which one you will choose. I'm not sure about masks, we will find them further in the review, but I think they are not included because this is 148 scale kit, and usually they are featured in 132 scale kits from this manufacturer. But nevertheless, let's wait and we will see it closer to the end of this review. Next we have first gray plastic frame. Just give me a second to open it too. Here, the most noticeable part, I would say, is nose cone, which is molded as a one piece and displaced here. And of course, such parts division should make it easier to assemble model without any possible seams on such visible places, and I really appreciate it. Note that here we have front wing slats which are also molded as one piece parts, and that's quite a nice solution to such complex parts. Here I will zoom in so that you can see this part closer, and here is a nose cone. Here you can see attachment points. Of course, you will have to carefully separate these attachment points, because otherwise you might damage the surface of this part, but otherwise it looks quite fine. Next we have another small gray plastic frame. Here I can see nice cockpit parts and tail wings. Of course, tail wings are molded as one piece parts. As for the cockpit elements, I hope we will see also aftermarket, even though plastic, what we have in plastic is quite nice. Here you can see. Now, I would rather add PE parts to the dashboard, for example, and here I know that we have separate wheel rims. Let's zoom in so that you can see the dashboard. Here it is. Quite nice molding quality, and with careful painting you can still get a nice cockpit. Here you can see more of those cockpit parts, and here are the tail wings. Now let's zoom out, and now we are slowly moving to large plastic frames. The first one, as you can guess, is dedicated to large fuselage halves. These are molded together with tail segment, and I will show them in a second. Just give me a moment. Okay, So here they are. I'll zoom out a bit so that you can see them, and here you can see them. So we have frontal area of the air intakes molded separately, whole bottom part is molded separately, then nose cone, as you saw, is also separate. Here you can see tail segment, which is designed together with those large halves. And what else is interesting here? I mean, the surface detailing is really amazing. I can zoom in so that you can see them. So we have recessed panel lines and riveting all over the airplane, and it looks truly amazing. But don't apply too much of paint and primer, because otherwise you will lose it. And here you can see these halves from the other side. Note that one of them is molded together with those quite thin elements, so be careful. Here we have, by the way, landing gear leg. And what else is interesting here is that we have quite simple cockpit detailing inside. I'm trying to find, yes, there are position elements inside, so it will be easy to align these parts together, but still be careful because they're really huge and it is better to be extra careful with those. Now we have next gray plastic frame. I will try to open it fast. But what I see here is more of internal parts for landing gear wheel wells and also for some cockpit elements. Molding quality is on the same level. By the way, here we have some parts for pilot seats. Here it is. And of course I have no doubt that some professional modelers will replace these pilot seats with resin, even though plastic ones look quite good. Just to look on these parts, I will zoom in, and here you can see some of the parts. Nice surface detailing, and even thin parts are carefully molded, so if you assemble and paint it with due attention, it should look good. I mean, surface detailing on whole kit is really impressive. Don't forget that this is a 1/48 scale, it's not 1/32, and therefore it looks even more, I would say, impossible, because all previous F4 kits had simple detailing which needed to be enhanced with PE parts, but now we have this kit, and I think it really it's noticeably better than what we had before. Another nice feature about this plastic is that we have engine parts. Here you can see them, and of course separate air intakes, nice nozzles which are molded as one-piece parts. Here we have some landing gear parts, and one of the engines can be assembled separately and placed beside the aircraft. That's also quite a nice feature, so that you can display. Note again the surface detailing on this engine halves. There is really impressive molding quality. Of course you will have to carefully join these two halves, because engines will have to be painted with metallic paint, and as you know, metallic paint will show all bad sides of the assembly, so don't rush it, be careful, and you will get a nice result. Another plastic frame. This one is dedicated to external fuel tanks and missiles. Again, we have here alternative to buy some resin offering, but it will be up to you what you choose to install on your airplane. As for the standard version, I would say it's more or less okay for out of the box build. Here you can see it closer, and of course you will have to glue separate parts, but otherwise it looks quite impressive and should look okay on the standard build. Next we have another plastic frame with missiles. Just give me a second. This kit is also notable because it features a lot of add-ons, so you get everything you need out of the box. You don't have to buy some separate kits just to get some basic feature, or maybe as some famous manufacturers did, that you have separate armament set. Here we have everything in one place, and note that you even have the special ladder for the aircraft, so it can be displayed with it, and that's also a nice feature. This plastic frame is given in two pieces. Here is another one. I won't open it because it's basically the same, and amount of parts and type of parts are absolutely identical. Next we have cockpit parts again, and some pylons for the missiles. Now give me a second to open this plastic bag. Actually, I'm still wondering, I said it in all previous video reviews, but I'm still wondering when Zoukei-Mura will start to use resealable plastic bags, because it's really handy in our hobby, and sometimes they're even useful for some other purposes, but still we have the sealed bags, which are quite tricky. So what we have here, for example, here we have side parts for the cockpit, pylons for missiles, and some external elements. Again, molding quality is good, and careful installation will do. Here is the sprue which you saw before. Again, we have missiles and external fuel tank, so we won't open it. And then we have the last gray plastic frame. This one is really impressive. Why? Because it features, let's say, belly of the aircraft, which is molded together with wings. Now just give me a second to open it. And here it is. So let's zoom in straight away. Note that we have separate flaps and ailerons. Again, we have nice surface detailing, separate wheel wells, and overall it looks really good. And note that this belly part stretches out to this nose segment, what is unusual for F4 kits. And here you have some wing parts, again with really nice surface detailing. Here is some wing mechanization, which is also good. Some of attachment points might look wide, but no worries, it should be easy to separate them, and therefore it should be easy to build this aircraft. Now we have plastic bag with assembly manual on the bottom of the box. I'm currently opening it, and we'll check it closer in a second. Okay, so what we have here is assembly manual. This one is printed in form of this black and white brochure. No worries, because here we have only assembly manual, nothing else. So we have short history notes, some assembly information. Then process starts with cockpit, of course. And note that each step is combined with really detailed explanation on real, let's say, prototypes of those parts, so you would know what to do and why it is like this on the real airplane. And I mean, this assembly manual can be considered as a book on its own. It's really nice, and as you can see, every aspect of the assembly is carefully highlighted. Even though I would appreciate to have a color printed version as in one 32nd scale kit from the same manufacturer, but still it is good. So in total you will have to perform 48 steps in order to get your aircraft complete. Then we have some takeoff position advices, so that you can replicate your aircraft in takeoff position. Here we have parts map, and then on the back side we have just some basic information about the manufacturer. Next we have the thing which I think some of you were worried. This is a painting guide, and again we have only one marking option in this kit. So here it is. It is printed as a separate poster, so you can use it on your wall once you complete the model. Here is another side of this poster. It is quite large and should be handy. And last but not the least is a big decal sheet, which is dedicated to different symbols. We have even cockpit decals here. And overall printing quality is nice because it is printed in cartograph. I will zoom in so that you can see how nice are these decals. But again, as in previous kit, I am quite surprised that there is only one, strictly one marking option. I mean, come on, it's 1/48 scale, and especially considering the price of this kit, I would expect to have at least two, because all main competitors do this and they have more than one marking option. Anyway, I mean, if you get in this kit, it will be easy to get some aftermarket set, so if you want something different from what we have here, you will have to buy some aftermarket decal set. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. as you can see, we have another nice plastic from Zoukei-Mura. As usual, don't forget to leave your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. I will be happy to discuss it with you. And of course, if you like this video and you want to help us, you want to see more reviews like this, press the like button right now and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because it will help us greatly and I will appreciate it personally. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video review. Bye.